this process of finding your superpower, it's not super duper sophisticated. I know there's like DISC and Myers-Briggs and Enneagrams and all kinds of stuff that you can use. They're useful during a recruitment process and they're used for management. This process is really useful to do with your team because it's simple and it empowers your team to find their voice in what they can bring to the team. And it also helps you to have your team feel like they are winners. Because I've experienced and I've found that a lot of what's really important to team members, to staff, is feeling like they're winners, is feeling like they're good in their role and feeling like they're playing to their strengths. I did a workshop with Vern Harnish, who created the one-page strategic plan. And he said that out of all of the motivators of staff in businesses, and this was another study based on empirical data, of all the motivators in businesses, salary is actually number 4. And number 3 is, do I feel like what I do every day contributes to the broader goal and the broader vision, or am I just a cog in the machine? Number 2 was recognition from peers and superiors. Number 1 motivator was, am I playing to my strength? So this process helps you to find your team's strengths. And what we recommend you do is you have your team download this. There's an app for Android and iOS. It's $5. Just find a way to fix them up for that. Everybody downloads the app on their phone and then they bring the app to a team building session. Now, if you're remote, you can do this online or you can do this in person. Much better in person if you do have the opportunity to do it in person. But everybody brings the app. They spend 5 minutes flicking through the cards and finding what their superpower is. It'll give you like a primary superpower and like a backup one as well. And then you do a sharing session with your team. And you might ask things like, what is your superpower and how do you currently bring it to your team? Or how do you currently bring it to your work? You might ask, how would your job role be different if you are fully embodying and fully living in your superpower? How might your responsibilities be different if you're fully in your superpower? How can you use your superpower to work with other team members to create an awesome team? Now, notice what this does is this gives everyone in the business the opportunity to feel empowered that their unique gifts get to contribute to the team. Because many employees look at businesses and they just see hierarchy, right? And they just see rolling downhill from either founders or managers or other people in the business. And what this process does, and living by this philosophy in your business, is it gives everybody the voice of, here's what I'm good at, here's how I can play to win. But for you as a leader in the business, your job and your responsibility is to be the mastermind where you are aligning people's roles and their tasks to their superpowers. And I'm sure many of you have had a situation where you have a poor performer, but you found after some investigation that maybe they weren't quite in the right seat and you've moved them to another place in the business, or you've changed their role, or you've changed their responsibilities, and all of a sudden they've begun to thrive. That's our one job as leaders, is to put people in the right place. And finding out their superpowers is a great way of doing that.